receive 出去的我们的 memory， 我们的记忆是很快就忘记了。所以今天人都多，但是很好，每一个人都有机会，可能我们可以很 enthusiastic 的参与这个 reflection 的 process。所以我今天坐下来听的，我觉得每一个人都是一个 builder。譬如说为什么呢？有些人是 build 他们的 career，有些人他们是 build your wealth， 有些人是 build our families， 有些人是 build our community， 有些人是 build the next generation of leader。我们其实每一个人都是 build 的，我们都 build 一些东西的。所以我觉得这个好了。其实在我旁边 Larry 也是一个 builder。我先给你们一些 suspense， 等等，看看他 build 什么东西。OK， 那我选了圣经的话，我觉得这个诗篇是很好的。之前的这个我选就是 final conclusion 的一句我的普通话不太好，我还是用广东话来说。願主我們神的榮美歸於我們身上，願你堅立我們手所做的工，我們手所做的工，願你堅立。Right? Well, we all are doing something. We are all builders, you know. And in fact, I find this PPT quite good, right? I mean, this author is focusing building God's kingdom through family. Okay, he chose his way to build. Okay, Larry 我认识他很多年了，他其实是一个 professional architect， 我也知道他 build 一个 resort， 他最近的有 build 一个 elderly home，OK， 所以我就下面你可以分享一下你 build 这个过程当中很多的经历，很多的将你很多的从神领受的东西都 practice 出来了，你就是不是一个 talker， 你是一个 walker， 所以我们就让你们 inspire 我们一会，我们将今天所听的每一个课题都想一天，然后我看看我们可以怎么 respond， 怎么 react。
谢谢。我现在最大的问题呢，就是我不知道用什么的 language 去 talk。你们应该我讲英文还是 Mandarin， 我是不是灵光，所以我很对不起。这个是我人生最大的遗憾。微信。English. Thank you very much. 我都開心啲啦。So builder, and I think that for the whole life we want to follow our path, and our path is following our passion. At the same time, we always start off from me and me and me first. However, somehow, God get into my life because of my personal life change. So for 20 some years ago, and I started off be aware of that. What is the meaning of life? And the meaning of life is building. So my life is building and building and building. But the thing is about building for what? Building for myself, or building for my family, or building for more money, and all these things. I've gone through those things. I was one of those guys like that. But for the last 20 years, I've been able to be blessed by God that. And I also accept God to be my boss. As such though, for the past 20 some years, whatever I'm building is basically building God's kingdom. In that sense though, if we have the right mission, is it building for myself, or building for a customer, or building for what? Along the way, and God very much opened my eyes, expand the kingdom this way. The good thing is our kingdom is so big. In that sense though, I don't need to really talking about the plan A and B and C and all this kind of business plan. Of course we do, but the thing is about, if we have a good balance of, our logical, which we call is an MBA thing, which I did not have any educational degree, but the thing is about, I was able to get God's the principle to build. The build what? The build whatever I discern what God want me to do. It just follows through. Along the way, it's absolutely, we would never be able to tell you that what about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all these things here. whatever we follow God's vision and with the biblical principle, you tell me more than I can tell you. From Bible, there's so many things to do. So it's absolutely impossible to tell you, okay, fine, you follow 1, 2, 3, or even 10 or 20, and you will make it. No such thing. But the enjoyment of our life or building is just follow through. You don't want to be ahead of God, you don't want to be behind God, and we are together. And that kind of partnership, working together, is what we are building on.
非常好，非常好。我们想的什么 language 就说什么 language 是吧？
好的。
其实近1-2年我都很大的 reflection。我的好朋友他就是 build resort， 他还有 build 一个 elderly home， 你可以说2句关于你 build elderly home 的事情。为什么推荐你是 resort， 你是 elderly home， 这个完全不同的概念。还有就是很多 local politician 都给你很多麻烦，是吧？跟我们讲讲。
Well, the thing is about what are we building, and number one is not what I want to build, it's what God need me to build. And again, I have been building houses, I've been building hotel, all those kind of things for the past 20-some years. But somehow, and God really transformed me, and God really softened my heart. The most important thing I learned now is it's not a matter of what we build, it's about how we can build people relationship in harmony. That is so important. You can see everywhere in the world, they're all fighting so and so, so and so. They're all fighting for their own self. But for us though, we are not fighting. And we can build good relationship with people in harmony. So next thing is about, but it's really basic. What God wants us the most is about peace. Peace with people. And next thing is love and care. So the best thing is about, you don't talk, you act. We call it love in action. So the thing is about, do you care for the people around you? So during COVID, and we all heard that the senior home, the retirement home, many senior people, they die. Huge number. Probably you and I don't know enough that way. So I always challenge myself. Actually, Holy Spirit challenged myself and inspire me. What are you going to do? From Bible. Everything is from Bible. When you see someone, you will say, okay, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I got to walk away. And then someone coming here, I can help you because, I just whatever. But the thing is about, if you see something, you want to do something, which is what we need to do. And the thing is, I don't know what to do. Okay, don't worry. God will make things happen. So that is a kind of faith, and that is a kind of for Bible teaching us what to do. So he just softened my heart. What are you going to do when you feel, for the people that way? As such, so as along the way, it just carried me through and so and so. So in that sense though, fear, that's another thing too. I have been very proud to say that I'm not fearful for anything. I fear God. And God wants me to do it. If I don't do it, I worry about that. So that is a kind of thing. But of course, and God equipped me already. Equipped me to be a businessman. Businessman, you got to be practical. You got to do the calculation. Just like Jesus say, you got to do the calculation before you build a house, right? You want to build a house on the sand, or you want to build the house, all these kind of basic things. But the thing is about, without God's direction, nothing will happen. But if God wants you to do it, you better do it. So this is the kind of thing. Along the way, for the past 3 years, honestly, that was the toughest 3 years. Whatever the problem, it happened. Whatever the problem, it happened. You name it, you tell me. All those things happened to me. But the thing is about another thing, and God carried me. How he carried me is that. And he gave me to understand that whatever challenges is an opportunity for you to be a better person. I don't look at the problem today, why me, and also all these kind of things. and look at this thing is about God, what you want me to learn from. It's easy to learn, it's easy to get the knowledge, but when you really go through it, and that is the real learning from life, from application and all those things. I am still honored to tell you, I was still able, at one time I was saying that 80% I was still having peace and joy in my life, despite I was very much in the bottom, honestly. Whatever happened every day by hour, it's a problem. But somehow that was a time that God built me up this way. And sometimes I dropped down to 70% or something, but I will still maintain more than 60%. 60% probably I passed, in eyes that way. So as such though, I basically attract so many people around me. How can you be still so peaceful, all this kind of thing here? And that is called the witness in front of other people that way. And and then we have the grand opening, and the politicians came, and they were not friends to me before, but now they say that, you know what? When I first talked to Larry, I did not quite understand what he was talking, but I watched him. But after a few years, now I know what he's talking about. You know why? Because I was talking not a typical businessman. I'm talking something is about, a God thing. I was natural. I was not ashamed to tell the people my story. I understand religion, restriction, and all this kind of thing, but I was just a natural, easy to tell my story, and I gone through like that. And also, be honest to tell you, I'm building, the retirement home not because of making money. Of course, money is essential as well. Don't underestimate that one. But it can be both. It can be both. It could be profitable, it could be sustainable, but through the way we can use the platform. We can use the platform to do a lot of good things that way. We talk about common good, we talk about social good. The more important thing is we care. And you don't quite understand. It sounded like another BS guy. The business people always like that. And as time goes by and watching all this thing here, because our life is everyday's life, the people watching us, which is good. And as such though, that we gain the community's recognition, and the West is absolutely glorifying God that way.
Right. And 在多伦多的弟兄姊妹的，我其实 Larry 呢，他是 open house， 他 open 有个 cell group， 我也是一个 member， 也是 from him， a lot of us gather together。我们有 business owner， 有 senior executive， 有不同的人，也有教授，有普通人，什么人都有。我们都是在他的每一个月，还是每一个月多一点，就是在他家里面，我们都是 talking about building kingdom of God through different career, different industry, different things. 所以 Larry 已经做这个事情做很久了。罗牧师 ，David， 他是David 老牧师都这样他，他也是啊，当中也是一个 executive coach 啊这样。所以我喜欢他第一天就给我们这个很大的 power 的一拳的打到我们的心狠里的，就是这个We are you on Monday， 就是这样的。好的，还有因为这个 section 是你们的 section 嘛，我也简单，因为他们 build 的，我觉得我没有他们那么多钱，我 build 不了一个 resort， 我也 build 不了一个elderly home， 大概1年多前，我跟我的 partner 在新加坡，我们 build 个 Web3 Bible。什么是 Web3 Bible 呢？Web3 Bible 我不讲 Web3 了，你们其实都有传统的这个 Physical Bible 里面一定有的。第二就是你们手机一定有那个 Bible， 是吧？这个是 Web 2.0， 我们 build 的是 Web 3.0， 有什么不同呢？第一，这个 Bible 我们都现在有一个 domain name 我们已经拿了，这个就是 openbible.love， 你没有拿，我拿了这个 domain name， 拿了这个 domain name。这个 Bible 就是一个 app 我们现在先从 Android， 然后我们就会做 iOS， 就是这 Bible 第一你可以看见，这个我就是想我想一个 Bible for generations， 就是我人生的经历很多的经过不同的，好像有些很好的故事，很多的讲员讲的东西 都可以 tag 在我自己的 Bible， 然后我给我的儿女，给我的 grandchild， 他们都可以看得进、听得懂、看得进这个 Bible 的。所以你看，我就选了那个耶穌平靜風和海啊 ，Jesus calmed the sea。Okay, and you see, I tag all those things. So what happened is in the Bible, I tag first of all, where is the location? The first part. So 你可以看见的这个地图，加利利海 ，right？ 就这个地图可以 tag。譬如说 ，your family has visited Israel or visited, you can tag your family photo on that. So your children, your grandchildren will say, oh, actually, this is the God of not just Abraham, but God of my grandfather, the God of my father, right? They will see our family photo, all the albums. And also when my grandchild, my granddaughter was born, 我的孙女大概我现在是8个月了，8个月前，我特别用 AI 做了一首歌，我用4 AI engine 做这个 lyric， 然后一个 AI music 做，所以老师就 Pastor Jacob here，他说，可不可以开一个 AI Sunday School？ 所以我說，OK， no problem。其實我就開了這個 AI Sunday School before I returned to Hong Kong last year。那我就讓你聽聽我的歌。那我告訴你，我念小學的時候，我的音樂老師都說，秦國雄，你坐在後面，不要唱歌那麼大聲。我知道你喜歡唱歌，但你唱歌真的很難聽。但是現在 AI 了，聽聽我 AI 這個音樂吧，看看怎麼樣。好 ，James。可唔可以出個畫面有嗰個 lyric？
His voice spoke peace into my soul. He calms the sea. He calms the storm. His hands of grace keep my heart warm. No wind too strong. No wave too high. With Jesus near the
好 ，James 可以停一停啦。好，其實我現在很多 executive training 的話，他們都不是基督徒，但沒辦法了。他給錢我來給他們 executive training on AI， 我就跟他 share 我這個歌，我就說你們都可以做的，你 there's no excuse 你做不了。所以這個你看。以前呢，我知道用多少錢，我知道 George 的 music 是非常好的，因為我去過 Crazy for Jesus 啊，哇，我很羨慕，而家我不用羨慕了，I don't envy you now, I have AI，OK， 這個就是可以，就是這個，還有就是next slide， 所以你看 AI 就是很幫我們，其實我這個Bible Web 3.0 也是用很多 AI 的，還有我怕我的孫女grandchild 在這個他不懂廣東話。所以我就做一個廣東的歌，我給你聽聽的，這個是 rap 的，跟不同。我在廟街教會嗰陣時咧，哇，他們聽這個英文，他覺得英文，聽這個廣東，他們就 excited 啦，這個廣東話挺好啊，我的女兒是可唔可以放一放我廣東話㗎？